wrestling here at 139 pounds. It is Jeff Morris, a senior for DuBois, and a freshman for Brookville, Weston McKenna. 35 seconds remaining here in this first period.
Quite the scramble we found ourselves in with looking like a flying cradle here for Morris, and McKenna trying to sneak out the back door, but looks like a stalemate situation here with 25 seconds remaining, and there it is. As we get reset, that we were in that scramble for quite a while, Shane.
Down to 23 seconds. We'll see how they play it late.
Both guys looking for wrist ties and then just a couple of head taps.
Both guys collar tie. And the first period is in the book. No score after 2 minutes.
We are all tied at 0 after the first period.
Morris with the choice, he'll defer. That was McKenna rather with the choice, he deferred. And Morris will go on bottom. McKenna quickly off the whistle, getting that wrist. Sinks in an armbar. If you're Morris, you want to pop up. Good ride here from McKenna. Looking to break that 45-degree angle. Gonna have a couple of near fall points.
Gonna go armbar and claw attempt. Now trying to bring his hips up as McKenna, but he has both legs in and almost stuck. And trying to keep that armbar in.
What did you like coaching him when he was in junior high?
His length. Very lengthy was Weston, and really impressive on top thus far. Wasn't a big legger yet, was more of a cradle guy. Now he's just really impressive on top right now against the tough senior in Morris.
He's got the wrist, now he's gonna readjust.
Now he's getting those near fall swipes that he's been working for. With 45 seconds to go here in the second period, he's gonna get his hips up. Still on the same turn here, the official says.
And I'm not sure about this, Dante, but perhaps a situation right there with McKenna, him deferring, you're almost playing right into his strength if you go on bottom, because he's the kind of guy that might pick top in the third period.
After watching this ride, I think Coach Belfore and staff probably going to be looking for the top position, and he's getting some more near fall in those leg position.
15 seconds left. McKenna has been able to ride and turn Morris as the final seconds tick away in this second period. 6-0. Great job there by the freshman Weston McKenna. He's got the choice, takes a long look at the side, and will decide to go on bottom.
Up and out.
Quickly to his feet. Now Morris, he'll go to work on top. He's got McKenna flat on his belly. McKenna trying to work up. Switch position here. And now McKenna with the reversal, and he's gonna go right back to work on top, slides in that left boot. Now both boots in, and this is exactly where he's comfortable being.
Yep, right back in the same position last period. He's gonna go wing and short hook on the other side. Morris does a good job this time, gets back to his belly as McKenna continues to try to work him into danger.
Here comes some more swipes. Morris was reaching for the head, but McKenna, with that length, able to extend. The DuBois senior. More near fall points upcoming.
We have a minute to go here, and Morris on bottom is going to try to make something happen, try to get the major off the board with holding 2.
And this takes a ton out of the gas tank. In that bottom position, 2 more near fall awarded. So a reversal and 2 near fall make it 10-0. 6 in the first period, 4 more here in the second for Weston McKinney. An attack on some more points. Showcasing his skills in the top position.
He's going to try to rotate.
Looking for a fall, exactly. He's got 25 seconds and he gets the fall. Weston McKinney, the freshman at 139 pounds, gets the stick and 6 for Brookville. And it's 11 straight points as Blake Porter got the tech fall at 133. Weston McKinney the fall here at 139. And it is 24-11 now. DuBois leading Brookville. Great work on top for McKinney. Hammer.
He looked great on top that go and really starting to ride legs more. Last season, he was more of a cradle guy, so I'll be interested to see him to continue to improve.
139 pounds. DuBois 24, Brookville 11. Now wrestling at 145 pounds. From DuBois.
Believe there was a forfeit.
Yep, there
at
was.
145. DuBois receiving the forfeit. So they now lead it 30-11 after getting 6 on the forfeit at 145. So now we are at 152.
Wrestling at 152 pounds.
So 152, Sammy Deeb, up from 145, he's a junior.
And from Brookville, Spencer Hammond.
And Spencer Hammond, he gets the call, a junior for Brookville. You talked about Deeb in the open.
Yeah, I'll be very interested to see where he's at. He's really slick with that ankle pick, and there's the takedown on Hammond for Deeb, and he's going to look to go to work on top. He likes that collar tie, looking for that Sanderson ankle pick.
That was a slick ankle pick from Deeb, and you could just see the physicality in his wrestling. Quickly went to a tight waist. Slides the legs in. Gets out of position and bails and gives the escape. 3-1 score. Midway through this first period here on 152. Deeb up from 145.
Right back on that collar tie now, looking to take ground, try to get Hammond to the edge of the mat.
Exactly, you said it, taking territory. He's the guy stalking. Tried a little foot sweep there on the edge.
Shane, these high schoolers just getting used to the new scoring as they adopted the college rules with the points and the out of bounds. So I think they're probably a little shocked how quickly these points can go up on the board now.
We saw that from Weston McKinney in that top position. Worked a few turns and just like that, racked up the points. Nice technique here. And out of bounds. Sammy Deeb aggressive. But a 3-1 match.
$20 seconds to go here in the first period. Deeb right back on that collar tie. He's doing a great job taking ground, taking territory, getting Hammond to the edge. There's a nice attack. High crotch for Deeb. He's going to bring it up, try to finish, switches to a double. He's going to swing it to a Turk, and he's going to get some near fall as well.
Right to the back, feet to back, inside of 15 seconds. Sammy Deeb of DuBois going to finish that period in style. It was 3-1. He gets a takedown for 3. And then I believe 4 near fall points. 10-1, just like that.
After the first period.
I love those short time scores. Final 20 seconds left. If you're on bottom, get an escape. Neutral, find a way to score. Don't compromise position, but get in with the leg attacks. And that was great. Feet to back. Good chain wrestling right there from Sammy Deeb. That was a 7-point move. Has really opened things up as Hammond will start period on bottom, and Deeb immediately gets that wrist.
He's going to look to get to that tilt. He's going to roll through with it, and he's going to get some swipes here.
That tilt will award Sammy Deeb 4 near fall points. Now up 14-1. Another turn would end it. 2-on-1 on that left wrist. If you are Hammond, tough place to be with those elbows out. When your elbows are out, wrists are in. Nice roll, but better defense there from Deeb. Good anticipation. Another arm chop. And now looking to stack him up. Flirting with some near fall points and a tech fall. Potentially dangerous whistled.
Nothing to lose, Spencer, go.
101 in this second period. As Deeb looks to his corner, he'll give the escape. Make it 14-2. Now a takedown away from a tech fall.
Deeb now front headlock position, heavy hands, and there's the takedown and the tech fall for Sammy Deeb over Spencer Hammond.
17-2 tech fall for Deeb. Good start to his junior campaign.
From DuBois, Sammy Deeb.
5 more points for DuBois and the Beavers. Now 35-11 as we turn the page to 160 pounds.
Now wrestling at 160 pounds, from DuBois, Landon Buchanan, and from Brookville, Tony Serani.
Landon Buchanan, a junior for DuBois. Tony Serani, a senior for the Raiders.
Sirianni had a great campaign on the football field. He's trying to follow it up on the wrestling mat. Very explosive, Shane. Likes to be from open, so Buchanan doing a good job trying to tie him up and slow him down here as we start this match.
Running back for Brookville. Always love Dante guys, multi-sport athletes. You're in high school, get those experiences. Different sports teach you different things. Wrestling's his individual sport, plays football for the team. Love seeing those multi-sport athletes.
Makes you a better athlete too, having to do different things.
Absolutely.
And work on hand-eye coordination and all that good stuff.
If I'm a football coach, I want my guys wrestling. Inside of a minute remaining here in this first period, both guys on each other's head. Half a shot there from Buchanan. And a good counterattack.
Bringing on a single leg, bringing it up to the outside. Buchanan trying to roll through on a funk and getting funky now is Sirianni. He's going to come out the back door trying to finish Buchanan, keeping that knee. The ref keeping a close eye on that, trying to scoop both legs, and there's a stalemate with 23 seconds to go here in the first period.
Both guys had the ankles tied up. So here we go, 23 seconds, first period, scoreless match. Here at 160. DuBois leading at 35-11.
Looks like both guys going to be content as we roll into the second period, scoreless, Shane.
No score.
After the first period, we are all tied at 0.
Choice goes to Buchanan. And I like this choice. Goes on bottom.
chop here for Serani on top. He's going to break Buchanan out. Buchanan just does a good job moving his feet, circling out there on bottom. That'll make it 1-0 here for Buchanan. And he's in on an attack right away. High crotch trying to score. Good hips by Serani. Baseline defense position.
Great hips here from Serani. Buchanan still with that single leg. Can he finish? Looking for the trip. Leading it 1-0 with the escape. Serani thought about a head throw. So 1-0. Good opening 35 seconds of the second period. Those quick escapes so big. Buchanan getting that escape in the first 10 seconds of the period. Quick escapes. Key part of the equation in winning tight, tough matches.
I liked out of Buchanan there. He's trying to score off his scores as well. Right off the escape, was right in on a high crotch. Just wasn't able to finish with some great defense by Serani.
We talked about Serani on the football field. I mean, you look at his core. I mean, you can tell he is strong. 45 seconds, second period. Just the one escape by Buchanan. The only tally on the board. Tightly contested matchup here at 160. Serani, he likes that collar tie right side.
30 seconds remaining here in the second period.
Takedown would go a long way for both these guys. Watching their feet. Not a ton of movement with their feet. There's a straight on shot. And we'll go to the third period. Serani's got the choice. He'll go on bottom.
After the second period, Buchanan leads by a score of 1-0.
Serani very explosive. We'll see if he can explode right up here on bottom. He's going to do just that. Gets to his feet.
Looking for the mat return. Good return right there from Buchanan. Buchanan has made some big strides. He's leading it 1-0. Serani again to his feet this time. He gets the escape, and we are knotted at 1. 90 seconds left here in this third period. Both guys with an escape. FloWrestling Night in America here at Clarion University. Glad to have you.
Interested to see who's going to take that chance, who's going to look to score. Buchanan's been in on 2 attacks. Serani a half shot, but Serani no real deep attack. I'll be interested to see who pulls the trigger here.
Buchanan has improved a lot on his feet. He'll have to rely on that in the final 55 seconds. Watching guys stance. There's a nice sweep single here from Serani. Buchanan has that shin whizzer. And Serani works up and scores the 3 takedown. Tony Serani with the 4-1 lead. Good scramble right here. Final 30 seconds.
Serani with the leg in. He's got to watch he doesn't go figure 4 there.
Well, he's just got to be careful. He can give up a reversal, but he cannot afford to give up the reversal and back points. Good recovery there from the senior from Brookville. And the late takedown in the third period, that is the difference. Tony Serani at 160 pounds, your winner for the Raiders. Fun match. Sirianni over Buchanan at 160. And Brookville gets the decision. And it's now 35-14 in favor of DuBois.
Let's go, Carter!
Now we're wrestling at 172 pounds. From DuBois, Alex George. And from Brookville, Carter McKinney.
One of the captains for DuBois, senior Alex George, toes the line. At 172 pounds, wrestling Carter McKinney, a junior, for Brookville. 15 seconds in, a takedown here for George. And he's just a guy that's just stuck with it. He's kept getting better, steady improvements, and showed a lot of growth. Great work ethic.
Being a local guy, get to George, you know, I can remember him his freshman year and kind of struggling, but he has really started to turn on. His body's changed. It looks like he spent a lot of time in the weight room. I'm excited for him this season.
Carter McKinney, he too has spent time in the weight room. Started last season at 160. Added some weight to his frame, 3-1 following that escape.
Yeah, Carter looks very different this year compared to last season. Put on a little bit of muscle and had a pretty good football season as well.
Switches off to a double leg right there on the edge. 3 more for George, his second takedown in this period. And he's going to get some near fall points. Going to readjust. Looking for that fall. Alex George. He's got McKinney in trouble, and he gets the stick. Alex George, another pin for DuBois.
Your winner at 172 pounds by pin.
As they now lead it 41 to 14. Three more matches on both sides.
Yeah, very excited for this one. This was a great bout last year between Easton Belfore and Carter Wilson. Wilson, a big gas tank guy. Last year, Belfore got an early lead. Wilson stormed back, and it was very entertaining.
From DuBois, Carter Wilson.
Carter Wilson, a senior for DuBois. And Easton Belfore, a senior. He'll wrestle at Mercyhurst, 2-time state qualifier. Wilson, great leader for DuBois.
Going to see a hard hand fight in this match. Both guys like those collar ties and over collar positions, so I'll be interested to see come third period who's got gas left in the tank chain.
Wilson really looking for the breakout season. When he came to DuBois as a freshman, he was 152. Shot there from Belfore as they scramble on the edge, not a real estate. Wilson quickly back to the center. Belfore closing in on 100 wins in his career in that Raiders singlet. No score after 60 seconds. Belfore working a 2-on-1. Now snags a single leg, reaches across looking for a double. Defended by a Wizard. That was good wrestling, both sides.
Yep, nice seatbelt position there. Belfore came up around the back. Good Wizard by Wilson to not give up any points.
I like those snatch singles. You don't get caught underneath, not carrying any weights. Last place you want to be against a tough guy is underneath in that front headlock position, trying to survive.
Especially for a lefty. Belfore does a good job getting to that. I always like wrestling lefties as a right leg lead, getting to that lead leg.
Final 25 seconds. Wilson posting on the right side. Attack there on the edge. Back to the center with 13 seconds.
Wilson was doing a good job there, taking ground, getting Belfore to the edge, and then shoots him out. He's in on a shot late there. Maybe thinking Belfore was going to relax. Nice job by Wilson to keep moving forward here.
Some good action in this first period with Wilson and Belfore at 189. Scoreless first period.
You're all tied up at 0.
Wilson's got the choice. And the senior captain for DuBois will go on bottom. Quickly pops to his feet. Belfore has that wrist, and he's going to tilt him back. No near fall points. He got a 1 count. That was sneaky work on top for Easton Belfore. Working a thigh pry. Can tell Belfore extremely tough in this top position.
Yeah, he's really good at that position right there. He doesn't care if guys get to their feet. He's gonna find the wrist, try to hit a standing tilt, and he's really, really good with it.
Has that near ankle scooped up. Just missing out on near fall from that standing tilt, as you mentioned. And Wilson gets the escape. Now some blood on Belfore. 1-0 Wilson with the escape. Shane Sparks, Dante Constable. Here inside Tippin Gymnasium on the campus of Clarion University. FloWrestling Night in America doubleheader. We have Brookville and DuBois in this high school dual meet, followed by Drexel and Clarion. The EIWA and the MAC collide with the Dragons and the Golden Eagles. Perfect wrestling weather as well. It is cold, it is snowing.
When I see the snow fly, I just know it's wrestling season. It gets me excited, especially in this area, and it gets my blood pumping. They're a little chilly, but I still enjoy it.
41-14 DuBois leading Brookville. How far away are these communities from each other?
20 minutes. 20 minutes down Interstate 80, and you get right there. So they're just right down the I-80 corridor, and they wrestle, or they play each other in pretty much every sport. So these guys get to see a lot of each other.
1:11, second period.
Collar tie left side for Belfore, over collar for Wilson, and they're going to clear out of that right back to the collar tie. Seems like Belfore maybe taking a little bit more ground this period. First period, it seemed like Wilson was pushing him to the edge. This time, Belfore says maybe I need to start taking some ground myself.
Really good point. 45 seconds, second period. Belfore with that collar tie. Now Wilson clears. Both guys drift back to the center. Ear to ear with a half a minute left in the period. Belfore will have his choice in the third. There's a shot from Belfore, but right into those hips of Wilson.
They'll go out of bounds here, Shane. Only 13 seconds to go. Scoring at the end of the periods. Let's see if one of these guys pulls the trigger and tries to do it.
As we anticipated, close match here at 189. A couple of hammers. Belfore will have the choice, trailing it 1-0 to the third.
After the second period, Wilson
He'll go on bottom.
1-0.
Belfore just missing out on near fall. Early second period with that standing tilt. So close. Here's Wilson. Rides from the right side. Quickly goes to the opposite hip, drives through. Cross body here for Wilson. Slides his right leg in. Reaching across that far ankle.
Trying to take Belfore over here. Kind of a split position.
Belfore just a pillar on bottom. Wilson continues to try to break him down. 40 seconds have passed here in this third period. 1-0. Wilson's escape in the second period. The only point on the board. You can tell Wilson very committed to this top position.
Belfore going to catch the heel here, try to lift this, and he'd be in position for a reversal. Nice job by Wilson to continue to move his hips there, breaks the lock. Now looks like he has a high four on the right side.
Belfore flat on his belly. And now Wilson has those wrists looking for the ride out and the win. 40 seconds left, and there is a stall call on Wilson. And this is where you got to be careful if you're Wilson, because the next one stall call is going to be a point. And what you don't want is to give up that stall call and then give up an escape. Then all of a sudden you're down 2-1.
I think if Belfore gets to his feet here and you're Wilson, you probably got to just let him go and live to get to overtime here. But we'll see how this start goes. A great start, and he just about flattens Belfore out. He's got to watch lacing that ankle as well and not looking for a turn. He might get hit once again for a stall.
But at the same time, Belfore not doing much on bottom. There's another arm chop, reaches across that far wrist. Now Belfore to his feet. Wilson on that single leg. We're down to 20 seconds. And now Belfore looking to crunch up Wilson.
He's got a cradle locked up. He's going to get a reversal, a near fall here.
What a finish for Easton Belfore. He gets a reversal and near fall points. And he wins this match in the final 15 seconds. Wilson can't believe it. You see the frustration and disappointment. And Easton Belfore, it just seemed like he was waiting for that Dante. Didn't do a whole lot in that third period. And then at 15 seconds, he explodes, creates the scramble, gets that cradle, and the near fall. What a win, 6-1 the final.
Great match, and Wilson so close to avenging a loss from last year, but Belfore does a good job just finding that extra gear there late and picking up a victory.
215 pounds has a tough act to follow, but if two guys can do it, it's these two.
This match has me all sorts of excited, Shane. The young freshman in Candalore against returning state place winner Gavin Hanna. And this should be a good one, or very highly ranked as an incoming freshman for DuBois.
From Brookville, Gavin Hanna.
Freshman versus a senior. Nice slide by there off the whistle. Candalore. So, or was he a junior high state champ?
Yes, junior high state champ last season, and no one was really competitive with him. Very impressive season for him last year.
Good in freestyle and Greco as well. Full toolbox for Candalore. Gavin Hanna placed at 215. He's heading to Bloomsburg.
Big recruiting class there for Coach Stutzman. I think 32 recruits coming in from Bloomsburg next year.
2-on-1 here from Hanna. First competition of the season for both these schools. So with Orr and Hanna, challenging match right out of the gates.
Yeah, great test to see where you're at, see what you need to work on heading into the first weekend. I think both teams head to a tournament, so it'll be interesting to see if these guys can look to get better at it.
FloWrestling Night in America, Drexel and Clarion the follow. Good action, there's that slide by once again from Orr. He gets behind. And he will get the takedown. Candalore, the freshman. 3-0. Now there's an escape. We are neutral with a half-minute remaining in the first. Tried that slide by early on in the match and capitalized and scored with that last attempt. Or 2-on-1. Collar tie here from Hanna. Off the post. Counter attack there from Hanna. Inside trip from Candalore. His second takedown. It comes inside of 10 seconds. 2 takedowns. He'll finish the period on top. 6-1. Impressive.
That's a big-time takedown for the freshman, and he takes that 6-1 lead. And those points late in the period, they're tough to come back from.
I just appreciate the confidence. 10 seconds left. You're up 3-1. Hey, build on your lead. Hanna to go on bottom here in this second period. Double thigh pry off the whistle. Or looking for a big mat return. And Hanna will get the escape 6-2 match. Underhook. And with that three-point takedown puts Hannah right back in it. Shot from space, double leg, now switches off to a single leg, but extended underneath. Advantage here for Hannah.
Yeah, he's going to continue to circle his feet here, or doing a good job keeping his hands off.
Or defending. Hannah looking to beat that left shoulder and get the go behind. And now Wilson able to lock his hands up and square up. He's in better position than he was 10 seconds ago. Wilson just keeps working. Now he's got Hannah on his left hip. Can he clear his head? Clears his head. And he should score here. A lot of pressure on his right knee. And he gets the takedown, 9-2. Candalore just didn't stop wrestling that position.
Nope, that's one of the best things he does. He does not stop moving. He does not stop wrestling. It's very impressive from a young freshman.
I mean, he was in a tough spot, extended underneath, but he just kept on fighting to improve his position, and ultimately he scored the takedown. That is some big-time toughness from a freshman here at 215 going up against a senior that placed at the state tournament a year ago.
Yeah, very impressive. He's going to ride out this period, and he gets choice to start the third as well.
As he did in the first, Candalore finishes the period on top. He's got the choice, and he is going to go underneath. Good things happen when you keep on wrestling. Don't concede positions. Claw ride from Hannah off the whistle. Whizzer. No escape awarded yet. And now they're neutral. The escape makes it 10-2. Right back in with a leg attack on a sweep.
Switching off to a double, then Hannah doing a good job stuffing his head underneath. Back to a single now for Orr. He's going to go behind. He's going to score again here, Shane. He's going to take a 13-2 lead.
This has been a big-time performance here from Candalore, the freshman. He has dominated this match.
Kendall, on the head, got him on the head.
Has a 2-on-1 on the right wrist. Gavin, Hannah flat. 13-2. Talk about making a statement in the first dual meet of the season.
This freshman came to say hello, that he has arrived on the scene.
Hannah, no answer on bottom. There is a stall call on the Raider. Or sinks in an armbar. Now he goes back to those wrists. Super impressed with Candalore.
Very workmanlike, very impressive here by Kendall, and he's just going to ride out this period, maybe get another stall call even.
Just tough, gritty. Fought out of some really tough spots. Was able to score in those positions. 13-2. What a night for Candalore, the 215-pound freshman for DuBois.
Your winner at 215 pounds by a major decision.
The major decision.
Kendall.
So DuBois extends its lead as we go to the final match in this dual meets.
Now wrestling at 285 pounds, from DuBois, Nate Clark. And for Brookville,
At 285, Nate Clark, a sophomore for DuBois, and Colton Griffin for Brookville.
Griffin pumping up a couple weights, but it doesn't matter for him. He's really a 189-pounder, and he does a good job with heavy hands, and he's going to put some legs in here on the heavyweight as well and sink his power half in, Shane, and he's going to look for the fall here is Colton Griffin.
Colton Griffin has Nate Clark on his back, and he gets the fall. Colton Griffin ends this dual meet with a fall at heavyweight. And that gives us a final score of 45-23. DuBois over Brookville. As we said, first competition of the season for both these teams, and saw some fun wrestling tonight.
Yeah, DuBois very impressive. Those young freshmen are really going to lead the way this year for them. And once the Raiders get healthy, I'll be interested to see where they're at. But DuBois really came out this first competition to impress.
Of course, at 215 pounds, Candalore, the freshman, super impressive. He was a real standout.
Yeah, he was the wrestler of the dual meet here, and very workmanlike over returning sixth-place finisher and a senior heading to Bloomsburg next season. Very impressive for him.
So again, the final score, DuBois 45, Brookville 23. Stay with us. It is FloWrestling Night in America coming up. Drexel and Clarion right here on FloWrestling.
Recruited to be on the Arizona State University wrestling team. You're gonna have to prove everyone wrong just to make the team.
Hey, sure you don't want to run track?
You are 6 months behind on the mortgage.
It's a perfect opportunity for Anthony to pitch in.
I'm not letting him quit wrestling, and I'm not letting him quit school.
I got you. I'm here. Anthony, your greatest opponent, never gonna be somebody standing across from you on a mat. What's all this?
Dear Mr. Robles, I'm in 3rd grade, and you were my hero. I wanted to tell you how much I look up to you. You make people believe in something.
Surprised to see you. Don't be.
When they see you, they don't see someone who's missing a leg. They see someone who is unstoppable.
I'm not done yet.
You can show them that anything is possible.
Oh my God, is that guy missing a leg?
That's my son. What, you're not gonna cheer?
I used to be angry all the time.
Are we gonna put the? Are we gonna put the?
So what are you? So what are you?
How about now?
Okay, I wanted to ask you: are we going to put up the graphic of the lineups? Can you follow us? Can we lead you there? Can we lead you there? We'll come in with an opening thought and then go right to the lineups, right? Okay. We starting at 25?
Yep.
Inside Tippin Gymnasium, Clarion University. FloWrestling Night in America. Shane Sparks, Dante Constable with Drexel and Clarion. Looking forward to watching a good scrap out in this cold weather.
Yeah, really excited for this Division I competition here, and it should be a good one. A couple good matches to look forward to, and really looking forward to this one, Shane.
Snowing outside, it is bitter cold, good wrestling weather, but here inside, looking forward to bringing you 10 matches. They met almost a year ago. It was 23-17 in Philly. That was won by Clarion. Will begin at 125 pounds in that dual meet last year at 141 and 149 with Soriano and Fedora. They got Tech Falls for Drexel. Looking at the second half, what stands out to you?
Looking at the second half, really excited for 184 pounds against Giuseppe Hoos and Adrian Gossick at 184. That should be a good one. And then at 197 pounds, Mikey O'Malley. Where is he at right now, Shane? Returning All-American, down at 174. He's up a couple weight classes now. Interested to see where he's at in his second competition of the season.
Little Metallica here inside at Tippett Gymnasium. We saw DuBois and Brookville wrestle a middle school duel and a high school duel. DuBois winning both those dual meets. Middle school duel was close, but the high school duel, DuBois able to pull away. First competition of the season for both those schools.
Heading to the coin toss now, Shane.
Clarion winning 6 of the 10 matches. Almost a year to the day. It was December 3rd, 2023, 23-17. The Golden Eagles winning in Philly. Clarion this season 0-2 in dual meets. They fell 19-18 to American and 26-9 to George Mason. Drexel's had a tough schedule. They are 0-4 with losses to North Carolina, Navy, Northern Colorado, and Penn State. At the Keystone Classic, they were 5th out of 8 teams. The Golden Eagles and the Dragons.
Shane, I'm interested here for the Golden Eagles. First time in action for Travis Clawson on here at Tippin. Of course, now with the new freshman rule, getting those 5 dates, they're using them once tonight to see where he's at, and I'm interested to see, for the Golden Eagles and Coach Ferrero and company, where this guy's at.
I love that rule with the red shirts. The true freshmen, rather, they got the 5 dates, and they can keep their red shirts. Shane Sparks, Dante Constable. Here inside Tippett Gymnasium, FloWrestling Night in America, set to bring you Drexel and Clarion. Drexel from the EIWA, they were 12th a year ago out of 17 teams. And for Clarion in the MAC, they were 9th last year. Central Michigan winning the conference. Clarion last season 8-10 overall, 4-5 in the MAC. So both these teams looking for their first dual meet victory of the season.
Clarion coming off losses to American and George Mason. American was a tight one, 19-18. That was a good one down in DC for the Golden Eagles. Just came up one bout short.
You mentioned Travis Clawson, a true freshman. They got some depth here at 125 with Clawson and Weston Pisarczyk. Joey Fisher, he was the starter last year. He's redshirting. Again, there you see the first 5 matchups in this dual meets.
Yeah, talking to some of the coaches there for Clarion, they just wanted to see Joey take a year and focus on his technique, focus on improving, and not worrying about getting down to that 125. He's a pretty big 25-pounder. They wanted to see him grow a little bit and see where he's at here as he continues to look to improve.
Drexel head coach Matt Acevedo in his 14th season. Mauro Parenti, Jimmy Oberheiser, and Chad Walsh, the assistants for Drexel. At Clarion, Keith Ferraro in his 13th season. He's assisted by Brock Zackerl, Nick DeLoya, and Evan DeLong. Looking at Clawson putting on the headgear as ankle bands are set. Straps up the headgear, he is ready to go. Saw the trailer before with Unstoppable with Anthony Robles. That movie hit select theaters this Friday. Anthony Robles, the national champion at Arizona State 2011, beat Matt McDonough of Iowa. Of course, Anthony Robles with one leg, and what a story.
Incredible story. And his grip strength has to be incredible. I loved watching him on top. Once he got a guy's wrist,
it
you
was
were
over.
Not getting it back. He was so exciting, so fun to watch, and just what an amazing story. And it was just so great.
You won't meet a better guy. Class act, one of the best guys you'll meet. Super happy for him. And I remember that night. That was 2011 in Philly, and of course, the national tournament returns to Philly this March. It's hosted by Drexel and University of Pennsylvania. So NCAA's back to Philly for the first time since 2011.
They make a couple trips here to the East Coast over the next couple years. They're back in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. And
Cleveland was 2018, Pittsburgh was 2019. Not exactly sure what the holdup is here. I mean, both Clawson and Desmond Pleasant, they've been on the mat a good 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yep, they both seem ready, and
looking forward to being with you all season long. A lot of great action this month on FloWrestling Night in America. And we are set here at 125 pounds. The true freshman from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Travis Clawson, and Desmond Pleasant. He's a redshirt junior from Piscataway, New Jersey. Clawson and Pleasant to begin this dual meet at 125 pounds. Clawson 2-2 at the Clarion Open. Pleasant comes in 0-2 on the season. Clawson wrestled at Penn Manor High School. He placed 7th as a senior. Head to the outside on a double leg is Desmond Pleasant. He's got Clawson up in the air, and he brings the Golden Eagle back down to the mats. And he's in position to score here, has both legs tied up, still no points. Lenny Gino, our head official, Mark Pochi officiating the outside. Clawson, good defense, works back to his feet, showing some good balance. Pleasant trying to finish this treetop single leg. 55 seconds into this first period, looking for a trip.
Clawson showing some great balance here as Pleasant continues to try to look to score here, Shane. Nice whizzer for Clawson. Continues to keep that in. Now he's clearing the arm. Pleasant with a trip attempt. Now back in that shin whizzer position. Now high crouch looking to crack down. Far ankle position for Clawson. Now in danger possibly.
Good scramble. And Travis Clawson with some great defense. You see the length he's got at 125 pounds. Now waterfall draped over the back. And to get a stalemate, that was fantastic work there from Travis Clawson, because Desmond Pleasant was in great position there on a single leg. Pleasant was 19-16 last season, 10-7 in dual meets for the Dragons. Closed out the regular season with 6 straight dual meet victories, and now here's Clawson in on the legs.
Now we're got a far ankle scramble. Nice job here by Pleasant. Lifts that leg. Clawson, though, continues to stay locked in on the leg, trying to lift back down to try to come out, maybe look for a hand Turk as Pleasant continues to work.
Both guys, the ankles tied up. Scramble continues with 50 seconds here in the first. There's a roll from Clawson. You see Pleasant still got that left ankle. And neither one of these guys conceding. No score, but it has been an action-packed first period. Now you see Desmond, Pleasant advantage position.
Great far ankle scramble. Pleasant, though, now with the leg turked here. It two is almost inevitable, but Clawson continues to scoot.
Final 15 seconds. Vertical position here for Clawson, and Clawson's going to get the takedown and score some near fall in the final 10 seconds. 3 takedown, 2 near fall, 5-0 for Travis Clawson. What a period.
What a scramble. That was one of the longest scrambles I've seen all season. And for Clawson to come out on top, I thought he was dead to rights multiple times. Great scramble there by both guys.
That might be the best scramble we see all season long. I mean, that continued for about 2.5 minutes. It began with Desmond Pleasant on a double leg. Couldn't finish. Great defense from Clawson. They scrambled and scrambled and scrambled some more. And then Clawson gets the takedown and the near fall. 5-0 now. Pleasant going on bottom. Pleasant last season was 4th at the Battle at the Citadel and the Keystone Classic. Was 8th at the Southern Scuffle. See, Clawson's got that underhook there on the left side. And Pleasant with that quick escape. It took him 15 seconds. 5-1. What a great start to this dual meet here at 125. Clawson, the true freshman. Over 100 wins in his high school career, and Pleasant able to finish quickly that time and avoid that long scramble. It's a 1-point match as they roll out of real estates. Great answer here from Pleasant. Redshirt junior to get that quick escape. That was critical. That was first on the list. And then right back in on the legs. A good, clean, crisp finish. It's 5-4.
I think if you're Pleasant, you got to look to finish quick on Clawson. Very good in the scrambles as we get back underway. Chop on the left side for Pleasant, and Clawson working up.
So both these guys with the takedown. Good check there from Pleasant, following the escape from Clawson. 8-4.
Back in this front headlock position now. Underhook on the left side for Pleasant.
Yeah, 6-4. I was going to say, where'd they get the 8? 6-4. 5 in the first. The escape in the second. 45 seconds, second period. Front headlock position here for Pleasant.
Stalemate called with 34 seconds to go here. Pleasant looking to move forward a lot lately, and maybe not trying to get deep on a high crotch. I think he's been trying to attack the ankles of Clawson more lately.
Pleasant's a great story. Walked on, was talking to Coach Acevedo. Another crisp shot. Clawson has that right ankle. Coach Acevedo saying he walked on, but great work ethic. He's coachable. He's got some good leg attacks. Final seconds. We will go to the third. It's a 2-point match, 6-4.
Leads by a score of 6-4.
Again there, Pleasant got in deep, but Clawson scrambling once again, able to get himself out of that bad situation, and he gets choice, and he's going to go down to start the third.
Clawson with a couple of phenomenal defensive sequences. The Golden Eagle quickly to his feet. And he gets the escape.
For Clawson.
Pleasant with a 2-on-1. Takedown by Pleasant would tie this one up.
Working that 2-on-1 is Pleasant on the right side, and he's going to clear that out. Attack again. Clawson now maybe looks for a re-attack out of this position, but nicely done here by Pleasant to control that elbow.
Clawson underhook there on the right side. Now he's collar tie on the left. You see Pleasant with the wrist. So one takedown match with 122. Another single leg switches off to a double leg. His hands are locked. Pleasant again will put Clawson in the air as he dumps him back down to the mats. And Clawson concedes the takedown. It is 7-7 with 60 seconds left in this third period. Quick escape, and right back in on the legs is Pleasant. He wasted no time. The referee awarded Clawson the escape, and Pleasant was immediately back in with that double leg. And now he leads it 10-8. Down to 35 seconds.
Yeah, if you're Clawson here, you got to look to try to get a new start, an escape, and a takedown, or even a reversal in this situation. You're right back in it, Shane.
I'm a little bit surprised right there that Clawson circled his way back inside that cylinder because he's in a tough spot right here.
Yep.
He would have been better served getting the restart.
Now Pleasant's in a good spot. He was able to keep his toe in there for a while. As I say, that to go out of bounds with 14 seconds to go here in the third.
Keep in mind, Clawson began this match up 5-0 after the first period. But Pleasant, the redshirt junior, the veteran, is going to come back and get the victory. He takes riding time over a minute. Attempted throw there from Clawson in desperation. And with the riding time points, 11-9 decision for Desmond, Pleasant, and Drexel at 125 pounds. The Dragons take a 3-0 lead, and I love to see that. The scoreboard just takes a deep breath. 20 points on the board between the two of those guys. That's a good way to get this dual meet started.
Great start to the dual meet. Very exciting. Those scrambles were just really incredible, and really looking forward to this one. Scott Johnson here for the Golden Eagles loves to put up points as well.
For Drexel, Kyle Waterman.
Scott Johnson, a redshirt freshman.
And here for Golden Eagles, Scott
and
Johnson.
Kyle Waterman, 50-year for Drexel. The Dragon is from Holland, Pennsylvania. Council Rock South High School. Was a 3-time state placer. Part of a team that placed at the state dual meet championships as well. And Waterman coming off a redshirt season. You look at these two guys at 133 pounds put together.
Yeah, absolutely. Last season, Johnson had a medical redshirt, faced some injuries, and was able to really put even more size on. Talking with the coach, he likes the weight room, and clearly it shows.
Johnson from Muncie, Pennsylvania. Placed top 3 at the Pennsylvania State Tournament 3 times. Won a state title as a junior. Johnson this season off to a 5-3 start. Coming off a runner-up finish at the Big Red Invitational. He's 2-2 in dual meets last season. Waterman, 4-5 on the young season, 1-3 in duels. 7th at the Keystone Classic.
Johnson in on an early attack, Shane. He's going to come out the back door, waterfall position, looking to try to score, tying up those ankles as Waterman. Danger, not quite. Continuing to lift. Another nice scramble here to start this bout at 133.